Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Thank God It's Friday. But if you're listening to this on the YouTube channel, it might not be Friday because this is also The Night is Young. Wait.
Yeah, you definitely got that backwards.
Wait.
The radio show is The Night is Young.
Oh, man. I'm getting lost in all my personalities.
Are we gonna start over, or are we just still rolling?
No, we're keeping it.
We're the one take bros
We're
again?
we're going.
So
keeping
you
it.
are listening to either 97.1 FM WPCX,
The smoothest jazz in the upstate.
the
hodgepodge.
of Presbyterian College. Or maybe you're listening to PCBlueTube, in which case, welcome to Thank God It's Friday, the podcast.
Or thank God it's Thursday, or Wednesday, or Tuesday, even Monday, but not Sunday.
Shouldn't you especially thank God for Sundays?
That's a good point. I didn't think about it like that. Anyway, so today,
But not Saturdays, because those are for the boys.
Oh, where are my Saturdays for boys? I got hold on. An eyelashes. It's launching a full-fledged attack on both of my eyes right now.
While he's doing that, let me go ahead and tell everyone that this is going to be a change in what we are normally doing. Obviously, if you've been listening on the radio station, you know over the last couple of weeks, we've been doing a survey of some of the most popular and varying, yeah, I think that was the word I was going for.
Sure, there's a better word. We just haven't.
Genres of music and listening to some of our favorites.
Nintendo was founded in 1899.
No, it says 1889 actually.
You're kidding me.
We'll get to it, and let's not jump into. Don't
all right,
spoil it. Today we're going to be doing something different. We were unable to get the WPCX studio reserve, do some technology
just decided that it was not going to work for us today. So I was like, you know what? To the BlueTube studio. We're doing it the old-fashioned way.
So this isn't exactly going to be our usual listen to music, talk about the music. Instead, Nick, tell them what we're going to be doing.
So I love Nintendo as a company. Yeah. They were just absolutely for the gamer,
Yeah.
And they've been making they've been doing some things recently, and I'm just like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? And they're just really sucking right now. I would say that Nintendo is in the lowest spot they've ever been in their entire history.
And in order to try and back that up and see how valid it is, we're going to go through and look at a Nintendo timeline and talk about the real rise and fall, and hopefully rise again of Nintendo.
I mean, they're gonna come back with they're gonna start. I'm telling you, Mario Odyssey 2, Legend of Zelda, all this.
I don't really know if they're in that much of a down period because of the Switch. I feel like the Switch was very good for business.
Oh, it was fantastic. Hey, I bought one.
Yeah,
you bought one.
I did buy one. But let's go ahead, jump right into this timeline. 1889, Nintendo is founded. The Japanese businessman.
Oof. Hold on, I got it.
Fusahiro Yamauchi, maybe?
That's as good as it's gonna get.
Sorry for any mispronunciations through this. We are actually both from small town South Carolina,
so we talk like this.
But he founded a small trading card company and named it Nintendo. From 1889 until 1959, they were still a relatively small trading card company, starting to grow and really getting to the point of being able to dominate the trading card market. Okay, in 1959, they joined forces with Disney to start producing Disney trading cards.
Let's skip ahead a little bit. We get it.
Yeah,
they dealt with cards. But I'm here to talk about 1975. Electronic games had been gaining popularity for several years, and Nintendo dabbled in a few new products. They began distributing the
Magnavox
Odyssey and saw success.
This was really their first break into the video game market, it looks like.
It's really crazy to watch to explore the history of video games, because the start
so strange.
I know, like how it started, absolutely insane. Okay, so where was I?
Imagine that in a relatively short time, we went from Pong to what the current graphics on stuff like Demon Souls on the PS5 looks like.
I don't even know how it's possible. Like we started from like literally singular, it's like double-digit pixels to 8K.
That's incredible.
Yeah, insane. All right, anyways. Arcade games pick up speed. I know that arcades were absolutely insanely huge in Japan. It was like everybody. Like that was like the weekend thing.
And in 1981, thanks to the success of Donkey Kong, that's really what gave Nintendo its kind of, I would say, household name.
Yeah.
Because trading cards is kind of a very specific niche.
Yeah.
They did have kind of a break through producing toys, but I feel like video games is really where it spikes.
Yeah. 1982, the advanced video system. Nintendo continued working on a handheld home device for video games. Some of them never came to fruition, but others went out to the public with mild success. So probably like the Dreamcast.
That's what I'm assuming that they're referring to
Yeah,
there.
the Dreamcast, which is I love the Dreamcast.
I mean, hey,
It was super fun. What is this one?
1985
Yeah.
is when the Nintendo Entertainment System came out. You may also know it as the NES.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Insane.
It was a few years taking to perfect the design and technology, but Nintendo was ready at last to release their at-home gaming system. They released with a limited number of games, which included Super Mario Brothers, and that's
Like Mario is literally the greatest game title of all time. I will live and die and stand by that. They are that is the most creative game that you will ever play in your entire life.
I mean,
like big AAA studios cannot compete with Mario.
I mean,
there is more ideas in a single one world in Mario than there is in the entire Call of Duty franchise.
I don't know. That's a bold statement.
Literally, the Call of Duty franchise is on. It's like, I would say they have beaten a dead horse, but like that, I don't even know. Like it's not even.
Was it ever alive?
Honestly, it died in like 2008. You just read that. The Game Boy. Whoa, sorry, I just had a stroke. Nintendo designed and released the first portable gaming system. The Game Boy was in low price and was instantly popular. I mean, honestly,
the Game Boy.
This started mobile gaming.
Yeah, I guess technically, the Game Boy actually was insane.
I had a
especially
Game Boy.
With the old, like when the original Game Boy came out.
Yeah,
like that was something that blew people away.
It was I've never had so much fun when I played at a Game Boy.
And this is before it was actually the Game Boy Advance. This is when it was just a brick.
Yes.
I'm surprised more people didn't like die from getting beat to death with that thing because it was massive.
Yeah, well, I didn't have that one. I had I think I had the Game Boy Advance. It was
the Advance is the one that flips.
Yeah, it was the one that flipped, but it didn't have any color.
That's GBA, and then the other one was GBA SP.
I couldn't play it at night. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, it wasn't backlit.
Yeah, it wasn't backlit. The Game Boy. So then we get to Super Mario Bros. 3. Oh, literally one of the greatest games. Super Mario Bros. 3 was an instant hit, selling over 18 million copies.
To give you guys an idea, that is 18,000 thousands.
That's so many. In 1990, 18 million units were sold.
There's a decent chance there's not 18 million people that know what PC is in this world.
Oh, yeah. It has been called the best 8-bit game ever made, and I believe it 100%. Absolutely 100% believe it.
I mean,
I'm a big Mario stan because I'm going to play Galaxy in 3D Land.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because I went from playing Mario 64.
Mm-hmm.
It was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when I beat the game, I cried. I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
It was like I got 120 stars, and I was like, I don't know if I was sad because it was over or if it was just that good, you know?
Yeah.
I went from that to Mario Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
And I played, what was the Mario? I think I did play Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. 3. And I played another one.
You weren't alive in 1990.
Yeah, but I got it somehow. I probably went to GameStop and I was like, give me the Mario game. And then I went from that to Mario Odyssey, and I've just ever since then just been like, this is the greatest game franchise of all time. It's just so creative.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And the soundtrack, even Mario Kart's soundtrack is good.
It's it's Mario music.
Yeah, but anyways, the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I would still say I don't think we've peaked yet.
Did you ever have a Super Nintendo?
I didn't actually. I was a Sega kid. I had the Sega Genesis.
Oh, you're a Sega kid?
Yeah,
I was a Super Nintendo kid.
That's why I'm into like Sonic more so than Mario.
Oh, Sonic's a great game.
Yeah,
I will never trash Sonic.
I'm good. I would fight you.
I mean, they made like a really good one, and then they made like 4 really bad ones. And then they made like a really good one.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they
Sometimes you just gotta.
and then they had that weird racing game like in between that, and then
Yeah, and you know what's weird about the racing game?
What?
He's Sonic. His whole thing is that he goes fast.
I know.
Why does he have a car?
I really don't know. I'm just as confused as you are. The Super Nintendo had a new sleek design. The eyelash is attacking me again, please.
It also had a much better controller, and one of the big things is that this used more CD-ROM based games as opposed to cartridges.
And also the biggest influence with the Super Nintendo, it doesn't even say this, I just know this. The analog stick. This was the first time an analog stick was introduced, and the world was changed forever.
Well, the first time on like at home.
Yeah, I mean they were obviously like sticks on arcades, but like the analog stick was one of the greatest inventions ever. And I love Mario 64 so much because it's the first game that really takes advantage of the analog stick. And when you load into the game for the first time, it just puts you in like a playground. You have no direction. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And you can jump on trees. You can just experience what it's like to have an analog stick for the first time before you even start the game.
Okay.
So it's like, here's what you can do. Now you can start the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's smart.
Such a good game.
I like the idea of having a playground more than the idea of starting with a tutorial mission.
I know. I hate tutorials. It absolutely kills the vibe for me.
It's kind of like, it's a big thing with Pokemon. And like I get it because every Pokemon game is probably people's first Pokemon game.
Yeah.
But I wish there was some kind of like, yeah, no, I've been playing since I was 11 button.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been playing since Fire Red.
Yeah.
That's what I need that button.
And then they'd be like, oh, understandable.
Go.
Yeah.
But our Mario Odyssey did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It was so because the hat mechanic was so new. So they were just like, here's the hat world. Go crazy. And then you're like, okay, I figured out how to work the hat now. And then you throw your hat at someone, and it's like the game starts.
Oh.
Yes. You gotta like go, you can like move around and whatever and like experience the movement and how it's new. And then like you walk over a bridge and it's like you throw your hat at something and then like the bridge spawns and it takes you to the first door. And you're like, and now the game starts.
Okay. That's a cool design. I like that. Anyways, sorry for sidetracking. 1994, the Nintendo 64, or the N64 as it's more often referred to, started to really change the game.
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo continued streaming their design and updating their technology, and they soon released the N64. A year later, Sony would release their first PlayStation, which would go forward to cut into Nintendo's profits. But I think it's definitely easy to say at this point, Nintendo is still the big dog.
Oh, yeah. They're still the Roman Reigns.
Yeah, literally. They are the big chieftain, you know?
They're literally stone cold. And the PlayStation... Microsoft hasn't even been conceived yet.
Yeah, Microsoft is still like the Barry Horowitz.
They're still like, Windows is a thing.
Yeah. What is this?
You can play Doom on Windows.
Yeah, I got Windows in my house, idiot. Why would I need a computer to open it? Anyways, they did... you can't really say that this is necessarily a downward turn for them yet, but in 1996 they kind of started to move away from it. They got really into the Pokemon cards again. Obviously, they were first known as Pocket Monsters. The Pokemon cards became widely popular. Nintendo took back some ground that it had lost to Sony, but that success really didn't last, and that's kind of when Nintendo began to struggle.
Yeah. When they broke off with PlayStation...
Do you think the PlayStation is what caused the fall of Nintendo?
No. Disconnectivity with their fan base.
Okay.
I'd say like these like last 5 years has been the start of the downfall.
Whoa.
No, listen.
We're not quite all the way to that point. We got to first of all look at how you got to realize Nintendo and Sega at one point were the two big gaming companies.
Oh, yeah, there was like
Sony and Microsoft.
I don't know. I feel like Nintendo's just like a joke right now. They're like they're so much cooler than they're making themselves, and they're making these terrible decisions.
A lot of people try to see Nintendo as the little brother to gaming,
but they're literally the grandfather.
Yeah,
they're not younger. They are the literal grandfather.
But it's almost like it's treated as less mature and less of a real gaming system, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is strange because some of the most intense competitive action gaming in the early days all came thanks to Nintendo.
That's facts.
Stuff like Super Smash Bros.
Oh my god, dude, insane. Smash Bros. That's one of the most sweat-inducing competitive markets I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no,
Oh
literally.
man.
2004, Nintendo kind of launches not kind of, they do launch the DS.
I had that.
Oh, I have one too.
That's the really blocky one, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah, that's the
original
one I
where
had.
it's also flips up,
Yeah.
but it's like longer. It's a little bit more sleek than the GBA.
That thing was so blocky.
Yeah, it was.
I have it in my house.
You
We're gonna
used to
go
be
to
able
my.
to
We're
have
gonna.
a stylus, and like there was
Yeah.
this thing where it was like a PictoChat is what they
Yes.
called it.
Yes.
And you could get on there and be like gamers, and then you would have like not enough room because you don't know how to really use it,
Yeah.
and the screen's only like this big.
Yeah.
So then it's like a giant GA, and you got to cram in MERS.
Yeah.
But I think the Nintendo DS is really what kind of kept them alive and rolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then they like hit a lot. They hit a lot of speed with the DS, so they're like, we're gonna improve the DS a bunch, which was a really good move on their part. I think them straying away from having like a home console, like an actual console that plugs into your TV, was a good move.
Oh, you think so?
Because PlayStation was releasing absolutely insanely banger titles while they were making the DS.
Yeah.
So there was no way that they could have competed with PlayStation at the time because they were just they were shelling them out. Like Jack and Dexter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Crash Bandicoot. The list goes on and on. There's no way they could have beat that. So they were supplying content for people who wanted a different kind of gaming experience.
Yeah.
So they were like
absolutely.
DS time, 2DS time. I forgot I skipped the DSi. Then the 3DS, and then
we don't need to worry about the DSi or the DS XL. They're just fancier versions of a DS, honestly. Yeah. But I mean, you got to think, by 2006, the DS is at the top of the gaming world as the most popular portable console, and you've got these games. Well, no, not necessarily. The PSP.
I had a PSP. It was awesome.
Well, I mean, you got to think they had stuff like the old Animal Crossing. They kept doing the Super Mario Bros. They got into Metroid. Obviously, you've got the introduction of the touchpad kind of for the first time.
Yeah.
And that really changes what you're able to do in a whole new way.
I mean, like, that's what I'm saying, bro. The PlayStation had all these crazy bangers going out, and then Nintendo was like, oh, yeah, watch this. Mario, Pokemon, Sonic. It was like they just kept going, bro.
You know what I think the strange thing that might have caused Nintendo to kind of lose their edge?
What?
The introduction of the Wii.
That's when they started doing weird stuff.
Yeah. But you know what? It was very ahead of its time.
Oh, it was insanely ahead of its time. It was too far ahead of its time.
It's crazy how far ahead of the time it is. I mean, that was what, 2006?
Yeah. The Wii, they should have. It was too far ahead.
I don't know, honestly.
They were just looking to the future, bro.
Think about like
the start of motion
controls. Did you have a Wii?
I never had a Wii. I played with my friend. I was friends with a guy who had a Wii, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane. I still see people on Twitch doing like the Wii Sports or
Wii Sports is so much fun.
Doing all like the Just Dance games are still big, and that never would have think of.
But like that's for 2006 motion controls, no one understood it. They didn't get it. It was too far ahead. But now we love it.
Yeah,
we need.
I feel like it might have been something that was a little ahead.
Yeah,
and then I'll even go a step farther and say that it should have come out when the Wii U came out.
The Wii U was trash.
The Wii U might have been the downfall.
That's the start.
But we'll get to that and talk more about it. I mean, the Wii was kind of dominant. You know what I mean? Like, it was the only thing. Like, anyone that wanted to be on that kind of cutting edge was like, I got to get me a Wii. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's also, I don't know, maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I think they were the first to introduce kind of like a customized profile.
Yes, you're right.
Through the Mii's, you know what I mean?
That is actually correct.
And then if you think about it, Xbox really stole it with the Xbox avatars. And PlayStation still has it with...
Microsoft steals everything, bro.
I mean, honestly.
They literally steal companies.
I mean, the Mii was...
Oh, Wii Fitness, bro.
Wii Fitness was a
absolutely
crazy thing. But Mii's in general are just one of those that, like, What?
It was so cool though.
Yeah, how do they even come up with that?
How do they think of that? I would never thought of that.
I feel like at this point, sure, maybe they're not on top of the world. You know, maybe they're not the cutting edge, or they are the cutting edge, but maybe they're not the big dog.
It's starting to crest. The parabola is starting to hit that tangent line.
I think we've definitely gone right past the peak at this point, but we're still up. But we're beginning the fall. The Wii, when it was introduced, I think you really split the fan base because people are either gonna really love it or that whole like I have to move around to play a game.
They're like, I just want to play. I just want to play Mario. Why do I gotta move around?
Yeah, and I guess there's not really like as far as I know, there's no Mario on the Wii.
There's not. No.
It would be kind of hard.
Yeah, no.
I guess like
the next Mario game will come out on the Wii U.
Shake the controller,
but it's so annoying because it's the best
like,
Mario game. Literally the best one. They have the second best Mario game they ever made comes out on the Wii U. We're not even there yet. 2009, still not there yet.
Yeah, 2009. I definitely think that's kind of
Wii Fit Plus.
One thing that's interesting was the introduction of DSiWare.
What is that?
It is essentially the ability to do. Think about how Xbox Gold has a certain number of games for free you can download. PS Plus.
Yeah.
They introduced that in 2009.
See, they're literally the precursor of every gaming trend that we have nowadays. They literally stole it. Everything. They started. They didn't steal. They stole. They started everything.
2010 introduces the pink
Hunter,
Nintendo DSi.
Monster Epic. Hunter, absolutely insane game series.
Also, they had one thing about
the 3DS.
One thing about Nintendo, kind of with the Wii, they've had this very strange thing about being active. In 2010 is when they introduced. It was with Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Mm-hmm.
It was called like the Pokewalk or Poketrack or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was a small Pokeball that you could basically do what Pokemon Go is, where you could set it to keep track of your steps and it would hatch your eggs in game.
That's so insane. That's so cool.
Like, it's weird stuff, but it also got like a little bit of experience for every step that you did so you could train up your Pokemon. It's weird stuff. And it's very, very weird. And I wonder if it's going to be something where people come later on.
This is insane. 2011, great year for them. Nintendo 3DS, bro. Mario 3D Land.
I'll be completely honest. I hated the 3DS.
But
I had it.
Such good games, dude.
I hated looking at the 3D screen. You know, you could turn it off. It had like a little slider. I had to play with it off. If I ever had it on, it would like give me a headache to look at it.
Huh. Never thought. Wonder why.
I think it was just not quite there to have that technology.
Yeah, probably not. It's made in 2011. Oh yeah, Zelda.
But again, that's another one of the things. They have that kind of cutting edge technology that they're really pushing.
Oh no.
But then it's a question of, was that too much too soon?
Yeah.
And that kind of gets into 2012 with the introduction of the Wii U
and the 3DS XL.
Is the idea of a Wii U being able to go from I'm on my computer or I'm on my like screen, TV, whatever you're on, to now I have a handheld version so I can walk around with it. Is that too much?
No. It's not now.
Now, no, because the Switch has perfected it.
Oh yeah, the Wii U,
but the Wii U was just.
But they made such a Mario Galaxy for the Wii U. What a great game!
Just because you like Mario doesn't mean you can defend the console.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just saying it had great games on it, but they just put it on a terrible console, and I don't know why they did that.
They were trying so hard, and I think the Switch is what finally fixed that problem.
Yeah. But I mean, they also updated the 3DS.
Well, yeah,
they updated and made it not annoying. Super Mario 3D World. Anyways, 2014 Nintendo, you know, they're still bopping around. They're just like the Wii U is really bad. Oh no.
But you know, by 2014, I think they really are considered
joke. They're a joke now. The Wii U is a literal joke.
By 2014, would you say that like PC gaming is starting to come up on the rise at that time?
PC gaming started
about that time.
PC gaming started like right here.
Yeah, but by 2014, do you think? But obviously, by 2014, PC gaming was nowhere near the beast that it is now.
It was pretty insane still at 2014. Like everybody, like it was more expensive at 2014 to make like a sub-tier rig, but you were still making like an insane rig.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe by that time you could. I think by 2014 you can't really say that we're past the point of like PlayStation and Xbox being dominant, which I
Mhm.
still don't know if you can really say. I don't believe in this whole PC master race that people try to say.
No.
But
You get a different experience on everything.
by 2014 coming up, like that's really Xbox is losing its footing after kind of being the big dog with the Xbox 360. Oh, the Virtual Boy Nick just found. I actually have one at my house.
What does it do?
It's the first VR.
That's insane.
That's something that like the Oculus. Yeah, that you know they made the GameCube.
The GameCube literally is so amazing.
Like that's what I'm saying. Nintendo had incredible stuff. It just see there's a slider. But it's so strange. See the Wii U, it's too big, it's clunky.
And you don't get a lot of screen either.
Yeah.
Look at all this plastic you got to deal with.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think maybe it's because of the integration of more touchscreen abilities that
And look at the placement of the buttons. That's so
The Switch has just fixed that completely.
The Switch just really made everything so much better.
It's a strange story for.
I think if they can just stop.
Yeah.
What they're doing right now. You saw Nintendo Direct.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they did last year?
Mm-hmm.
Battlegrounds, that WWE game.
Yeah, I know.
That was
it. Was terrible.
It was really bad. And now they're just like an anime girl with big knockers.
I mean, literally.
She's in Smash now. What else we got? We got 3 different JRPGs. That's it. That's what we got. That's what's coming out this year. But I feel like,
to be fair, they are probably also appealing to where they are still biggest in Japan.
But hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I think with this new remaster, we might be on it. We might be hitting an upswing soon.
You know,
the remaster.
Maybe. Things definitely seem to be going up, and it's a strange position for them to be in. I just love their business model. Yeah. I love handheld gaming. I love Mario. I love Pokemon. So they make great RPGs. If you could give a piece of advice to Nintendo right now, one piece of advice, what are you going to tell them? Just release Mario Odyssey 2. For the love of God. I feel like it might take more than that, but as at least getting the swing started. Like, please. I don't think you understand. It's been 3 years. We're ready for the next Mario. Well, to be fair, they did release Bowser's Castle, and that was really good. But it was like a 2-hour gaming experience. Okay. And they did re-release 64 Galaxy and Sunshine, which all really good. Mm-hmm. But we're ready for that new one. We're ready for that new Mario. Yeah. And we're ready for Legend of Zelda 2. But do you think any of that's going to bring in new people to buy a Switch? Oh, yeah. You think so? Oh, yeah. Especially if they have been teasing like a Switch Pro version for like 2 years now. What do you mean by a Switch Pro? Like it's like the Switch, but it's better. Oh. So you know how they were like the Switch Lite, smaller, handheld. Yeah, that's what I had. It's like purely handheld, right? Yeah. The Switch Pro is like the Switch where the Joy-Cons come off and everything, and you can mount it on the TV. Mm-hmm. But it'll probably run at like 60 frames a second and like 1080p and all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, I'd buy it. I know you would. I would 100% buy it. I could play Mario Galaxy at 60 frames a second. Oh, yeah. That would be interesting. You know, overall, how their sales have gone, really the peak was about the Nintendo DS. That's really when they had it. And it tapered off afterwards. But we're on the upswing. And I'm wondering if that upswing and more people going out and getting it will kind of make them realize, like, oh, dang. I feel like if we were to zoom in on this infographic right here, because in the infographic, it shows that the Nintendo Switch like timeline, it's like going up. I feel like right now, if we zoomed in on that, we hit like a bump. We kind of shot down a little bit. But yeah, we're going back up. Like one of these little like, woo. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, I feel like it's kind of a problem with all of gaming. There's a very big dependence on remasters on the new
Dude, it's so
consoles.
stupid. I hate this remaster era right now.
Here's what I think the problem is, right?
I see. Hold on. Here's my thing. If you're gonna remaster a game that's like 20 years old, don't sell it for $60. Sell it for $20. There's
Yeah.
no reason to sell a 20-year-old game with 20-year-old code for $60.
Just because it looks better.
Just because it looks a little bit better and they're just grabbing you off the nostalgia kick.
Yeah. I think
Like, why the heck did they resell Mario 64 Galaxy and Sunshine for $60? That bundle should have
Looks
been
good.
$30.
looks good.
They didn't even remat. They just ported it over to the
Looks
Switch.
good.
They just ported it.
Looks good.
They didn't even like be like, let's give it a little fresh coat of paint and be like, here we go.
Looks good.
Yeah, I guess.
I just feel like it's a problem with all of gaming because I mean, even if you go and look at stuff like right now with the PlayStation 5, a lot of stuff is getting kind of like their PS5 update, but
Yeah,
there's not really a change.
it's so annoying. I have nothing
It's
to play.
just getting a fresh pane of code.
Yeah, I literally like. There's nothing to play on the PS5 right now. If someone were to ask me, should I buy a PS5 right now? No.
Well, I mean, no, I would definitely say yes.
No, I would say no. What are they gonna play?
Demon's Souls,
That's it.
2K, Miles Morales, Sackboy,
No.
Rocket League,
Rocket League you can play on the PS4.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
You can play on the PS4.
Just because there's not a lot of exclusives, I don't necessarily know if that means.
Yeah,
it's
but I'm
not
saying
worth
like
it.
you can play these games for a little lower resolution
Mhm.
on your PS4.
And you can also probably get it for a little bit less of a price now, which is a
exactly.
good point. And, you know, maybe
there's
that's a problem on Sony's part to not get that tech out to developing studios.
COVID. That's the reason.
No, I know that's obviously what they're going to say is the reason. And hey, I don't know. Maybe it is actually the reason. But
It is actually slowing down the distribution of the CPUs in the PS5.
yeah, absolutely. I don't doubt it in the slightest that it slowed it down because
Yeah.
factories can't do it.
Yeah.
But I think you could have gotten the technology out because
That's why there's not a new Legend of Zelda game. They were going to show it in Nintendo Direct, but COVID.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think that technology couldn't have grown that much in the period of COVID.
No. Nope.
And I think you can socially distance and work and still do technology and game design.
Metroid Prime 4, that's coming out next year. I'm calling it right now. I'm saying it right now. Metroid Prime 4 is coming out next year in March. I'm also going to make another claim.
Okay.
They're going to remaster Metroid Prime, and it's going to be released at the same time.
You think it will be a bundle?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying that right now.
Yeah,
I'm calling it.
I won't doubt you. You know much more about the Nintendo side of things than I do.
I really like Nintendo.
Unless it's Pokemon. And then I got you beat.
Yeah, you're just like, I really like Pokemon. And I'm like, Mario go Wii.
Pokemon rules. You know, I don't know if you actually looked, but the Pokemon like trailers look awesome.
I'm very excited. I'm going to get it.
I'm so excited.
I'm
for
totally going to get
My
it.
first Pokemon game was Pearl.
I mean, I might got you beat. I started with Red, bro.
I mean, are you talking about the first one we owned or the first one we really played and got into? Because the first one I owned was Yellow.
Oh. Oof.
But the first one I really played and understood was Pearl, and I played the crap out of that game.
Pokemon's a fun game.
So I'm excited. And it's weird because I actually prefer Dialga to Palkia, which is the one from Diamond instead of Pearl.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get the remake of Diamond.
What's your favorite legendary?
Of like ever?
Yeah.
Probably Giratina.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like everybody. Everybody really likes that one.
It's just neat.
I think Lugia. I like that one. It's so
Lugia never does it for me.
It's just so pretty. I love the white and blues.
They've got some new cool designs on the ones like the 2 legendary dogs. The
shiny Lugia. Oh my god, dude. Oh, it's like purple.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's insane.
Kind of weird looking.
Yeah. The new legendaries suck though.
You don't like the legendary dogs?
No.
I like them.
They're literally just wolf.
Yes.
With a sword in its mouth.
Charmander's just a lizard with a little bit of fire on his
That's
tail.
literally the coolest thing ever.
Meowth is a cat.
Meowth is it's stupid.
Ekans is a snake, but purple.
Yeah. It's snake backwards. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up. I feel like we're kind of going in a loop right now.
We are just kind of tangenting. Hopefully,
Oh, we did good. We did good.
Yeah, good time.
But
Hopefully, you guys are enjoying our tangent.
but thank you for listening, guys. This was our episode on Is Nintendo ever going to be good again? Yes. Metroid Prime 4, March 14th, 2022. Calling it right here.
That's bold.
If it comes out, actually, I bet it'll come out on like the 13th, and I'm going to be like,
Hey, all I'm saying is if it comes out that day, you were still wrong.
oh, no. I know. But I was really close.
Yeah, but you were wrong.
But thank you so much for listening and enjoying and absorbing the information of Nintendo. And
we gotta go pick up our paychecks.
We gotta go pick up our paychecks. Work for stores. Oh,
big shout
closing.
out.
Yeah, the closing date for applications is March 5th, which is next Friday. So get those in before it closes, so you might have a chance to go through the interview process. And
if you're interested in like getting help with it, we're more than happy to sit down and really go through it with you and show you how to answer, what it means, what the jobs entail, everything like that. We're around campus. Y'all know who we are. I'm Reeves.
And I'm Nick. And most of all, Mario Galaxy 2 is the greatest Mario game of all time. But even more important than that, thank you for watching.